Hey class, we're going to go ahead and start part 2 of solving and graphing inequalities. Really, we're building up to solving inequalities. Now, before we can graph inequalities and then eventually solve inequalities, we're going to have to know what the 4 symbols we just talked about mean on a number line, okay? What they mean on a number line when we're graphing them. All right, so we're going to start off with the first 2 we talked about, which were less than. Remember, that means less than, it's pointing less than direction. Or the symbol greater than. Anytime you have these 2 symbols, less than or if you have a greater than symbol, this tells us, this is a little arrow pointing this way, that we're going to have an open circle, okay? Less than sign or a greater than sign means open circle. Okay, I'm drawing a line here, draw a line. Now, if you have a less than or equal sign or a greater than or equal sign, these 2 signs means you're going to have a closed circle. Okay? You're going to have a closed circle. So these things, they look like just a bunch of symbols and words on a board, but they're going to come in handy in a little while when we start graphing inequalities. Again, first we're going to graph the inequalities, and we're going to know how to graph, okay? Then we're going to start actually solving inequalities, which when we start solving inequalities, it's going to require us to have to graph them, right? So we've got to learn these symbols first, graphing them, and then eventually we're going to learn about solving them, which also we're going to have to graph again. So, again, this is part 2 of solving inequalities, and we're going to go ahead and move on to part 3. Thanks for watching.